Have you ever read such a profound fic that you just had to talk about it? You wanted to scream to the world just how earth-shattering it made you feel. And you wanted to kiss the author so badly? I have. I thought my peers from other fandoms who read would be able to relate to reading fanfiction as well. Boy, was I wrong to assume that. Nothing bad actively or outwardly happened. It was in the subtle changes in expression. From my peers entertaining my yapping with a look of brief interest to, the longer it went on, immense boredom. When that realization dawned on me, I felt like I needed a home to channel this cathartic release for the fics I love by talking to like-minded people. And that inspired the opening of the Kaisoo Fic podcast. Dear listener, you love Kaisoo Fics. We love Kaisoo Fics. To those listening from Spotify, yes, we are back after a few months hiatus. To the authors, artists, moderators, and readers who have been on the show in 2025, for those of you who opted in to receive, I hope you are enjoying your limited edition Kaisoo Fic podcast pillow. And lastly, for those of you who are new to the show, specifically coming from YouTube, hello, I am Alexio. I am your host for the show. And to all of you, you're listening to the Kaisoo Fic podcast. A huge shout out to I_I'm Dao for the lovely logo and banner for a fresh look of the Kaisoo Fic podcast. I'll leave their Twitter down below. Be sure to give them a follow. In this trailer episode, we will lay down some ideas for the show before jumping into the episodes for the rest of the year. This common home is for kaisooists, built by kaisooists. Used figuratively, a common house brings people from all walks of life together to celebrate milestones, share stories, and grow from the learned experiences. Rooms of a home are a variety, but to scope the imagery a bit, in this house built, we will have a tour of 3 rooms and kaisoofy them. First room we will be going through is the common living and dining space, kitchen, and comfort room. The first room that we are looking at is the living or dining room. It is the common space for all kaisooists, be it hosts, guests, authors, artists, listeners, or readers from different walks of life to lounge and create memories. All are welcome. This room is where most of the life of the house is. People talking, people listening to others talk, sharing tears and laughter. And the common space is furnished with 3 things: entertainment devices, seating area, and dining tables. Entertainment devices is the content of the episode. Seating area is where you are put at ease to be at the convenience of Spotify, YouTube, and occasionally on AO3 as well for the transcription for the episodes. Thirdly, the dining table. The dining table is where work is done and people gather to eat, where you can propose ideas and share stories. So to kaisoofy the dining table, for instance, typically on a table, you have your writing materials out, perfect to propose ideas. Kaisooists, you can recommend your favorite fics or what you would like to see. You can do this in the Google form linked below if you want to request to go through a particular fic or author. Another use of the table is to eat. Perfect to share stories. Guest authors at the table tell their story of courage, immense skill, and unique talent. Guests partaking in conversations at the table share their travels and what they have seen throughout the years. Upon digesting the food on the table, authors break down nuggets of information, knowledge, creativity, and skill gathered from the many years of writing. Internalizing or ingesting the understanding for the craft then sharing how they have grown and learned from their experiences. Not only shows how intricate and dynamic authors are, but because their experiences are so unique, the sharing is an eye-opener to many. It is not an easy feat to create something and then publish it under a pseudo. The insecurity would always be there. Would people like what I do? How could I have done this better? Is that another typo? In any form of creation, you are vulnerable. Consciously or not, a part of you is being put in the craft when telling a story. It is just like how everyone lives their lives differently. We are products of our beliefs, culture, environment, habits, social circles. These things bubble out when we engage in letting our creative juices flow. And when we have that, we have to let them cook. So this brings us to the second room of the tour, is the kitchen. The role of the kitchen and those in it is to prepare and attend to the needs of those in the house by offering food and drinks. Before you cook, what do you need? Two things. You need to acknowledge what are the needs of those in the house and identify what you have at your disposal. To acknowledge the needs of those in the house is simply by asking what meal to prepare. Preparing looks at consolidating from what was proposed and shared in the living space by other kaisooists, letting suggestions, opinions for the type of episodes run before mentally noting what ingredients to consider. Those in the kitchen have the control over what types of ingredients to use. And to kaisoify this, the types of episode we have in the Kaisooic podcast are generally 3 types. First type would be these sessions with authors or on occasion readers as well. Second type is the nature series. And third is the event specific. Authors are more than their pseudos on AO3 or users on Twitter. Author sessions paint a brief background of the ones behind our favorite fics. How did they come up with the AU? And were there any specific episodes in life that influenced their writing in any way? How has the fic developed from the first draft to it being posted? If there were any moments that were left out, moments that they wanted to add in after posting, because won't you want to know the people behind those groundbreaking fics that you have read? Or should we do a nature series for a particular fic? The world we see every day is so unifying. There is a beautiful force with how the world works, relating them to natural elements of the world. We kaisooified the plant life cycle to relate it back to how, from the seed of interest, author gave the proper environment for it to sprout into a young leaf and how it slowly cultivated into a growing plant. The episode next month, we will be looking at the water cycle. Then the following month, how you can cultivate and maintain a garden. So all these are nature elements. Guests for those episodes are Chaos Borealis and Honeygom's Purse, respectively. For the third type of episodes we have, for event specific, we try to commemorate certain milestones like Kaisoo's birthday, possibly Kingtober, and anniversaries as well. It is at this point where decision is most crucial, as it will define the crux of the episode. These types of episodes are the ingredients that we need. Usually, the people in the kitchen would include myself and the guest, author or reader or moderator, and of the like. At the point of cooking, for those in the house, it is at the point of near completion, so that will include framing the outline, recording with the guests, and finally editing. After trekking over a long meandering path, we need the third room of the house. We need a space to unwind and collect ourselves. This is the comfort room. Being engaged in the world is exciting, but we need a reset button regularly to release the tension that has built up over time. The comfort room also acts as a space for reflection. And to kaisofy it a bit, to empty your creative cup before having a space to fill it up again. To prepare for upcoming projects both in life and in the kaisosphere. In all these rooms, kaisos, where do you find yourself in this home? Are you in the living and dining space listening to your favorite author, or are you contributing as a writer? Wherever you envision yourself, comment. I want to know. In all these, I need to make one thing clear. Efforts by authors are done for free. Writing and publishing on AO3 or even Asian fanfics or LiveJournal, most, if not all of those who engage in fan works for kaisoo have an active social and work lives on the daily. Yet, as an outlet, take their irreplaceable time to write for themselves and for readers. I'd like to take a moment to just thank those who engage in fan works. Dear fic writers and fan artists, I just want to say a deep thank you for all the seen and especially the unseen sacrifices that you have made for kaisoo to come alive through your writing, through your art, the irreplaceable time it takes for authors in anchoring hours for research, time maneuvered to schedule writing amidst social, work, family life. I just know it is absolutely tremendous. So thank you for writing and sharing your craft with us, from delicately diving into relationship dynamics and exploring tropes within the parameters of your AUs, be it in the length of word count. We have drabbles, one-shots, chaptered fics, 300,000 word fics, and compendiums. May the hand that engages with kaisoo forever be blessed. And lastly, kaisoots, if you want to see a certain fic or come on to the show, do fill up the Google form linked or reach me at kaisooficdrunk on Twitter or join the kaisooists Discord community server. It's been the Kaisoofic podcast. Thank you for staying with us and stay tuned for the next month's episode.